what a blessing that you are able to join us and make time for us to talk about your journey in music, your life in rhythm. I'm really extremely thankful to you for doing this.
Oh, thank you. Jai Guru.
I would like to begin with asking you about um, how this whole journey began. I mean, you were born to one of the greatest vocal legends of India, Shobha Gurtu ji, and to be born to a musician like her. I'm sure there was so much music, there was so much rhythm, there was so much of everything around you, since your birth. So please share some enlighten us with those great moments that how this whole thing began.
I used to stay in Nana Chowk. I was born in the Nana Chowk, where a lot of Gujaratis were there, Gujarati people. So I started speaking also Gujarati. So when I was very small, that's what I'm told, and the little I remember is I would love to play. When I saw the drum, I was just fascinated by. So whenever my mother sang, and also my grandmother, Menka Bai Shirotka, she was a very eminent Kathak dancer and a singer. More classical. And also when she did Kathak, it was about Thumri. So mostly I was attached to Thumri and the lighter side, semi-classical side. And there were great artists coming at home, which I was so small, I didn't know who they were, and I was always grabbing the tabla and playing, and I was told, "Aapko aam dunga, tula main amba dein ke vadoshil tu." And I said, "Mala amba kaise chikar avod hoti." I also love ambe, and I speak Marathi also, So this some things in Marathi and Hindi sounds better than in English.
Absolutely.
So then I got bribed and said, so I used to play. So, and I just enjoyed playing, and I just enjoyed, and later on, now when I grow up, I can define it a little bit, why I liked it, how it must be possible. It was just natural. I never forced myself in loving music.
Wow. So with Shobhaji around in the house, was there any moment you thought maybe I should pursue vocal music, or was it always about rhythm for you? Was it always about the tabla? I think you started learning tabla in your childhood. I think you studied with Manik Rao Popadkar ji was your first guru. So how was that training like? How did that whole journey of being fascinated by tabla and that talim, how was that journey?
When the people would come home and see me, like especially the Gaman Khasa, who was teaching my grandmother and my mother, and they would say, "Is bacche ko sikhao, iska haath acha hai." So I would just play with mom, or anyway, if she sang something, I would just go, and I didn't know how to keep the hands. I would, like you, when I saw you as a child, I saw you child playing. We had go through the same routine, just passion, I don't know what it was. And then a bacche ko sikhao. And then I had also Trilok Hasab coming there, and I didn't know it was Trilok Hasab. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I tell you about Trilok Hasab later. So then he says, then I started, he kept my hand, and I studied thekas, vilambit, kaisa bajana hota hai kya, basic. And mostly I was just playing with my mother. I enjoyed playing with her, and she was such a great, besides being a mother, she was a great friend and a really great soul, spiritual soul. कभी भी चिल्लाती नहीं थी, don't do this, don't, नहीं, बजाओ. Only once he told me, तबला सुर में लगना चाहिए, खाली ताल में ध्यान रखते हो क्या? Something like that. She would, but never. And then I studied from Manik Rao ji Popadkar, the Banaras Gharana.
Oh, wow.
He was from Banaras. Banaras, he studied a little bit, but same thing. Dada tita, dada tita, dada tita, or ulta fir dada tita, dada tita. And then you would get bored. Arey yaar, wohi bajao, wohi bajao. So I used to enjoy playing with mummy because I would get a chance to play laghi. That was my favorite. So that I would love that. So I started with Manik Raoji.
And then did you further study tabla with anybody else, as a teenager? Or, I mean, how did you get fascinated to the world of drumming, outside of tabla? When did you actually think you want to step outside the box and kind of explore something different? What was that inspiration that led to, from tabla transitioning into the whole world of stick work and playing other percussions? How did that come about? I mean, how old
That
were
came
you?
actually very late.
Oh, okay.
And besides that, I didn't have any other instrument. And the tabla is not like, we're not so great like what we have today from Bhatkar and costing like a lot of money. We had one, Sadanand used to make,
Yes,
Nageshkar Mama.
yes.
Nageshkar Mama used to make the tabla, and then he behind one other guy was making. So whatever tabla was there, we played. No, there was no natak. Aisa tabla mangta ye, chati achi nahi. Nothing, none of that shot. Play. But that's what it was. So my brother was in the Bollywood. He
Oh,
was in the Bollywood, Ravi Gurtu, and he was some very, very good artist. And nobody in the family took up to singing, except my second brother, Narendra Gurtu. He took up little singing, but it was all in the, in the data, in the system mein hai wo. And then I would listen to, go to Ganpati program, जो गली में होता है ना, and I used to see them, how they play the three bongos, three congas, and I was always fascinated by music or something new, or lejim. I was very fascinated by lejim, and
wow.
also from Andhra, or when you go to Mahim, or sandal hota tha, sandal, you
Ji.
know, and like all these Gujarati Africans coming there, that we didn't know anything. There was no problem. You go and that's all. And then I got it fascinated by any little thing. But then how I pursued is, my brother was playing in the Bollywood. So
Wow.
there was a great dholak and also great tabla player. His name was Abdul Karim Khasab.
Aha.
Abdul Karim Khasab. And he used to play, he played all. Mera dil ab tera ta da da da. All these songs, hit songs, Shankar Jaikishan, he was playing. He was the one who played everything. He and Dattaram, Dattaram, he was playing there. So I was playing with my mother. It was evening 4 o'clock, and I didn't know who's sitting behind me. Then Abdul Karim Khasab was sitting behind me, and he was listening. And I didn't know why he come home. And I didn't even care. I was sitting half naked, all playing, and mummy aisa gana sa. And I was just playing laghi, whatever I knew. So he asked my mother, "ये कौन है?" तो मैं ये मेरा छोटा लड़का है. My brother actually came late that day. He was supposed to study from Abdul Karim Khasab. My brother came late, and I was playing. नहीं उसको नहीं सिखाऊंगा, मैं इसको सिखाऊंगा. So I started studying from Abdul Karim Khasab, and my father never said no to that. इसको सिखाओ, Khasab, आप उसको मार भी सकते हो. And he used to like hit me with hatodi.
Oh,
If I played well, I used to get 11 rupees. So
acha.
otherwise, I got smacked, and I would curse also, no. But then after I played with 11, and I used to go, he used to take me to watch Kusti, Dhara Singh, Randhawa, King Kong, or Vallabhbhai Patel Stadium, and
NSCI. NSCI.
NSA, yeah. And
Yeah.
my friends used to tease me, or they used to throw something at me because I was sitting with Khasab, and Khasab would really go, अभी ये पेंच मारेगा, अभी देख उसके पैर थे, और उसको पकड़ा, अरे गया. And he used to like really go in it, like a cricket match. अरे पकड़ पकड़ पकड़, and I was feeling embarrassed, and all my friends were teasing me. ये कौन है रे, ये कौन है, and all that. But I studied 1 year and 1.5 years. I quite a bit. But what I studied, he gave me little, but the famous thing he gave me, that's all he took from me. जोर से बजाओ, हाँ, पीठो, बड़ो, कस के बजाओ. And he made my hand like, wow, these two things. And धाती धागे न धा, तिरकर धाती धागे तीन आगे न कस के, and low, slow, अभी बढ़ाओ, and really, and then, and when I played good, and some kaidas and good bajao, and then I studied. Then somehow there was some Ganpati program and there was some riots going on. Then he got scared and he didn't come only.
Oh.
Khasa. He never came. So then that's what, then I studied from Abdul Karim Khasa. Indore, Jangir Khasa. Indore ke.
Kya baat. But Trilok ji, you mentioned earlier that Ustad Ahmad Jan Tirakhwa Khasa would, come to your home to play with your mother. How
with
was
Granny. He would come with Gaman Khasa. He would just come and, because he was a fantastic singer. Tirakhwa Khasa.
Yeah. I've heard about it.
Appa and all used to sing very good.
So did you ever get a chance to get talim from him and interact as a little child? You must have been quite little when he came over.
I didn't even know who he was. I found out later. Mummy told me, "Arey, the konam haite na tu kon alele the." When I went to him, then I knew that it was Tirakhwa Khasa. It was.
Wow.
But then I as you know, as time went by, I started, I used to listen to everything, and I used to play on a peep hota na, peep, paane ka peep hota na.
Huh.
And I used to play hours, and the neighbors would complain, "Are siya kaatela band kara, ye band kare ala." I used to play all the time. And apne dumbar, this the guy used to come outside, no, and I used to follow them. If they would come, I would run to listen to them. And I would imitate them on the peep. Because I didn't have instruments. My brother had the drum set. I didn't. And he would never allow me to play the drum set. He didn't allow. And he didn't allow. And every Sunday there was a great drummer coming home, Leslie Godino. You know his son also. Huh? He plays very good, Leslie. When he would come, there was a lot of party, everything going on. And he would play drums. And when they left, I would try. There are a lot of episodes I cannot tell you in this little. There are a lot of funny things happened, and all these things happened for the good. And I was cursing because I didn't have any instruments. My brother, he would never let me play, So I had my elder. The funny part was my middle brother and my dad. Dad would tell my mother to sing. मुझे आवाज सुनाई देनी चाहिए आप दोनों की. मैं आप जब आऊंगा तब आपका रियाज शुरू होना चाहिए, चालू होना चाहिए. It was so I had to play with my mother, and my mother had to sing till my dad came home. Otherwise, it was a lot of noise. So when he would not come, my brother would go. I would tell my other elder brother, "अरे तू बाहर जाके खड़ा रहे, जब वो आएगा तो मुझे बोलना." So I used to play drums packed. Wow. That's how I started playing drum. I didn't know how to hold a stick or anything. Kuch malum nahi tha. Kais nahi. Nothing. And I would just imitate. He did like that, or Dombar ko dekh ke. So I played, and one day he caught me. Ho gaya. Wo bhi chala gaya. Oh, he caught me. That was a big thing. Then that drumming went. Then it went. Oh. Then I could not play drums. Then there's another episode after that. What happened? By the way, it all happened because it was not my wish. It was my Sadguru's wish. My Sadguru, Siddharameshwar Maharaj, my Sadguru Ranjit Maharaj. It was that whole journey happened just so that I could meet him. All the trouble and hardships happened so that I could just meet him. And I'm very grateful.
How old were you, Trilokji, when you met your Sadguru? I know you have mentioned about your Sadguru, very often, and in a lot of interviews you have talked about how how that was a game changer for you and how it changed your life and how your whole journey it changed your life. It
Yeah,
transformed you into
completely.
something.
I mean, it was change for the better, just to find out who you are, the difference between a guru and a sadguru. हमारे वहाँ सब तो पैर बढ़ते हैं. Everybody is touching everybody's feet without knowing why they are touching anybody's feet. In the older days, they used to call each other Deva. Like आपला गंधर्वच्या टायमाला देवा देवा कसे आहेत देवा म्हणजे the other person who's in front of you has God in him. That is what namaskar means, namaste means. I greet the God in you. And now everybody is touching everybody's feet and they're thinking, अरे इसका चप्पल कभी निकालूं मैं. मन में तो वो होता है, पैर क्यों पड़ना होता है. All these little things that you are touching the feet because the other person in front of you is God, like you. And all these little things and little, bondages you put yourself in. It was just loosened by my Sadguru. A guru always has questions. Guru, Maje tabla guru, music guru, always will have questions. It's not complete for me. I'm sorry if I'm not hurting anybody, but this is my analysis. Sadguru has the answers. A guru, normal जगत गुरु बोलते हैं म्यूजिक वाला, म्यूजिक के गुरु सबको क्वेश्चंस ही रहते हैं. I would say वो भी अटके हुए हैं, लेकिन सदगुरु सब answers उसका है. He's got all the answers to your, and my music started flowing, getting better. Music has to be fearless and doubtless. So I don't believe in people saying, अरे जब मैं बजाता हूँ मुझे भगवान दिखता है, ये कलर दिखता है, वो कलर दिखता है. So a lot of people ask me, I said, so what are you doing? You suppose your job is to play, you're busy looking for colors or what? Do you think and play? I said, when I play, I just play. Why? I don't think. I think when I go to a supermarket to buy something, then वो सोचना पड़ता है. लेकिन म्यूजिक में क्यों? Either you play or you think. मेरे को देवाचा भास हो तो ओके, बट दिखना गलत है क्या तो आपको यू आर बिजी ट्राइंग टू. So all this bondages, unnecessary excess baggage was taken out by my Sadguru. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very grateful. I don't even care if I'm not famous or people don't come to my concerts. I'm happy the way I am.
It's amazing that the contribution you have done to Indian the world of drumming, I would say. I mean, so when was this change when you realized that your inner calling is in playing the Western drum? When did that transition happen from tabla to playing other percussions? And I think you even as a teenager, late teens and early youth, I think you started playing in Bollywood also, right? You did a lot of work. I mean, I've heard you played a lot with R.D. Burman ji. So I mean, so how from playing with I at home to studying with Karim Khan Saab and all that, and then gradually transitioning into playing in Bollywood recording sessions, and I think you toured also with RDG also, right? Burman ji. So how did that change? I know your eldest brother was already in the industry, but
he was always telling me to join Bollywood, and I said no, I will not, because that was also ego. Bollywood has also very great things to offer because it's simplicity also. Absolutely. And the mind is always wants something complicated. This now, what talking about Sadguru, that was all came into place. So I was playing, I didn't have instruments. No, I didn't have, till I came to Europe, I didn't have many instruments. That's why I can say I'm self-made and self-taught person. Nobody taught me playing drums or percussion. Yeah? So after Abdul Karim Khan Saab, I started playing drums. I told you one episode, remember I used to go to play in Parsi weddings?
Yes, I was going to
Kushru Bagh, all these bags. And there was a drummer called Jack, and he heard me. And he used to, he spoke like Catholic English. What, man, you're playing good, man. She, man. You like play, man. Wow, this paradiddle, man. You play fast, man. They talk like that. I said, you have a drum set, Jack? He said, yeah, I have. You can practice at my home, man. So I would go to his house and play. And poor guy used to hold the bass drum for me. It was a flat jack, and he was holding, and I said, very good, very good. No, oh man, Trilok, you should play drums. So I would, and then they heard me, somebody from that building with a Parsi guy heard me. Are, tane vagawadnu છે કે? He asked me want to play. શું વગાડવાનું છે? So I have concert, we are looking for this. So we are playing in Nurbagh, Khushurubagh. I said, I used to speak Gujarati, Parsi. I will play. And the songs were Dum Dum Dika Dika, all these songs. All this, all the Shami Kapoor songs, I had to learn all of them. All Asha Parekh, all these songs I had to play. And there was song like Come September, all that I had to, and I didn't know most of them. And I would say, yes, then आवड़ेज ने आवड़ेज मालूम नहीं था एक बार बजा के दिखा ना एक बार बजा के दिखा, and he would play, then I would play it. And then we used to get that bhojan aao, bhojan kama, and then sali butti for free, khana, sali butti, khana, Parsi khana free, patra machi free. And then I used to get like 60 or 40 rupees, 10 rupees for the hadgadi of 10 rupees, 20 for jack for hiring, and I would keep 30 rupees. And that 30 rupees I would bring home. Wow. And give it to my Aji. So I used to play all that. Hadgadi. Wow. Hadgadi. We used to go to Hadgadi, me and Jack. And he really supported me. Every Saturday when there was a Parsi wedding, I used to go. And then I started, all these songs I had to play, But it was great, actually. Then I would go early to practice, and then they would shout, "Hey, ban karo!" Ban kare na. Then I could not practice. And then I joined, when I was in school, I told you also what happened. Nobody knew that I would play tabla. I would not say, because they would call us ghati. This was a game changer. ये घाटी है, ये क्या बजाएगा? घाटी लोग को क्या आता है? Mostly our Catholic and Parsi friends. What man is playing, man? Man, he sound like tabla, man. I thought, what to do? Parsi shouting, the Catholic guy shouting at us. This is something foreign, which they know. They lived in big houses and we had no place to play. They had all the records, everything, like now, the same thing happening now. They had, so I never said anything that I'm playing tabla. So slowly, when I joined college, there was one guy called Billy Singh. अरे मैं सुना हूँ आप शोभा जी के लड़के हो, आपको ड्रम आता है क्या? And there was another guy called Hemant Rao. There's a photo of me playing like that in some website. It was. We are looking for a drummer because the drummer fell sick in the college. वो होता है ना fancy competition. And then, fancy dress competition. Fancy ne wo competition. One guy singing like that, one guy singing like that. And the song was Badan Pe Sitare. Badan Pe Sitare. That was song. मुझे गाना तो आता है, पर मैंने ड्रम ज्यादा मेरे को आता नहीं ज्यादा. I have not played so much drum. अरे you will get it, यार. So I went and played, and I played that song. It was a twist, and I hold it, and that roll, all this stupid I did. अरे we have a gig. We had some rock band heard me playing, and then I got a gig with a group called Riot Squad, and that. There is a Polydor Chota record. It's still on there. YouTube, you can hear. I played. And then played there, and I was in Shanmugananda Hall. It was a competition. I didn't have the drums. So I took the dholak. उसको पानी डाल के नीचे के धुप किया, mic रखा, and the song was Ina Gada Vida. You guys, you will not know all these songs before your times. Right. And I got the first Fanta prize. Fanta. That was Fanta competition, I got it. And, but nobody knew, nobody cared in my family. Prize mila, kya mila, nothing. Nothing. Then the next episode is I was a professional table tennis player.
Yes, I was going to come to that. I heard your passion for sports, especially table tennis. I think you were very,
And
very
cricket.
keen. You were a champion at it, right?
Junior
Junior
champion. And, I was playing barefoot. Again, no money. Father would say, ja, karna to karo. For him, you play tabla. And I was interested in sports. I played also. Huh? So I would join the YMCA and I would go and play, practice. Then suddenly I had a broken bat. I know the name of that bat, Barna bats, Barna. And then I got a butterfly, butterfly with a very, and all this Parsis and all, they had all top equipment, tennis shoes, and I'm coming there, this Ghati coming without shoes playing. And then I started winning. I was a seeded player. And then the coach stopped coaching me because I beat him. His name was Suryavanshi. I remember all this. So he said, Ata Tula, we have to put you for nationals. When nationals aayega, so you have to play. I said, okay. So I went and I beat the top seed. I got three. I beat most of them. And I was selected. When I went for the selection, this guy, I will not take his name. I know his name. He said, you're over age. And I was not. I was not over age. So मैं बोला मैं तो over age नहीं हूँ. मैं मराठी बोल रहा हूँ. मैं over age नहीं है. या तुम्ही आहात. So I said, and I said, या दिवसापासून मी कधी टेबल टेनिस खेळणार नाही. And I stopped playing. I never played. I stopped it. I played a little bit cricket for the school, college and everything.
So actually that must have been a blessing.
It's a blessing in disguise, I tell you. Otherwise, great. I thank my Sadguru. Otherwise, I would have been like, some ab tabhi khelta hoga, training karta hoga udhar.
I think it was a blessing for the world of drumming that day you decided to keep your racket down and get back to your drumming, right?
Yeah, it was, it's a lot of things which happened all for the good. It was so tough, no money, and then being called Ghati, and then everybody criticizing the way you're playing, We had a lot of problems, discrimination problems that time. We should not put it under the carpet. And I've always said it, it's nothing wrong about it. And young people should know that. The people who laughed at me, there's another story. They are calling me now. How you play like this, man? I said, I will show you. No problem. I don't have any vengeance. The same thing happened. And I will tell you after the episode with R.D. Burman when I went,
So Dada, then you already started recording for RDG and all that you were doing all that.
No, I went to Italy. After that, I got, I was with the rock band called Waterfront. And I had introduced tabla because drum heads were not available. I had to play all tapes. There's a drum maker called Gladniks in Bombay. Gladniks. And we used to go there, play, repair karna dena. And all the time breaking, not having. I said, let's introduce tabla. And I told the Parsi, he was a very good guy, Soli Dastur. He's the one who helped. Besides having money, he was a very gracious and generous person. Amazing, his father and everything. But the other guys in the group, nobody knew about Indian music because one was an Anglo-Indian, both Anglo-Indians, one Parsi, two Parsis, nothing about India. And I never said, you don't know. If I said about anything about India, I'll be Ghati again. Chup beto, chup. And I just didn't say anything. I said, listen to this, listen to tabla and everything. This is good, we can use. And then it was 68, 69. This is, I think, before Shakti. But it never came out. We were never famous at that time. But then I got the tabla and I took them to listen to Mummy. I said, listen to Indian music. You want to have perfect pitch? Listen. But we don't have chords. They said, we don't need chords. Our music is so rich. I didn't have any influence. I didn't have any weight to tell these people at that time. I was, way down. I wouldn't say. Gary Lawyer, just he
Yes.
sing. I took him also to mother. Say, pet diga. I used to tell him, pet diga. Ayati nahi, pet diga. I took him home and he came. He was very nice. He came home. He met my mother and everything. And then with this group, we went to Europe.
Italy.
All over Europe, we went. We thought we will, the sense of ego that we are great. Ego is dangerous. Dangerous. This also, again, too much Sadhguru, I know. We thought we were great.
But during that time, did your tabla training still continue? Because I, used to go and study with Trilok.
But that after I came back.
Oh, okay.
This is the story that I read. I'll make it short, otherwise it might be boring for the audience or something.
No,
but
not at all.
I'm going to write. The people are asking me to write a biography, my biography of my life, what happened, because it's like when some people wanted to make a movie. It's a movie. It's amazing. It's a movie. It's episodes, and I got confirmation from my from my disciple, co-disciple of my Maharaj, Kanchantai. She told me, Are Leena, write your biography. So interesting. Everybody will be happy. So she gave me the green signal. Write it. So I'm slowly getting into it, and I'll make it short. Then we got kicked out from every discotheque.
Oh.
Because we played complicated. So message to learn is you play complicated only when it's necessary. Huh? You're going to play complicated where people come in to dance. He'll break his leg here. उसका पैर टूट जाएगा. हमको डांस करने को नहीं हो रहा है. ये कौन सा ग्रुप है? Russians would complain. Everybody would complain in the discotheque. Nobody can dance. And we were thinking we are great. हमारे जैसा तो कोई नहीं है. And thrown out. So I slept. Old Delhi railway station. I slept with the coolies. We got thrown out from every place. No money, and the coolies helped us. वो सुबह सुबह चाय लेके आता था वाटी में, द मटके वाली वाटी में. हाँ भाई खा लो. And that's what we ate. I didn't feel anything sleeping at that train station. Train का आवाज. Train का आवाज. So this what I got. I would hear all this, I learned from that. ये उड़ गया. Then the percussion started coming. वो कैसा ये रास्ते में बजाते थे ना, वो I think they would have their, and रात को बजाते तो वो सुनता था मैं. चलता मुसाफिर, this song, चलता मुसाफिर, all this they used to sing, and I heard this. I just do it, even do it now with electronics. I do it. This came from there, and we got thrown out, and we got a job there in Oberoi's. Sensation, it was called Sensation, the discotheque. And then we called the coolies. After 1 month, they kicked us out from there. So nobody can dance, out. So we went to Europe, and it was sponsored by Soli Dastu, very generous from his father. So we went to Europe, same thing happened. Gave our cassette, everything in 19, for stupid, 1911, nothing in 4/4. And these guys could not play Indian or Carnatic. And they were playing all this complicated because they heard King Crimson and all this time, Nobody, not near a job, landed on the street. First gaya sab log. And we had to play on the street. Flute. This. Get the flute. I'll play this seriously later. And then one of the guys said, I'm not going to play here, man. I said, you're hungry, no? I'll play. I was a vegetarian. I ate everything. I said, marega nahi to. Mar jayega. So bole, nahi, we can't play, man. It's beyond my dignity. And if people will see us, I said, you stupid guy, if somebody will see us, he will give us at least food. Ullu. I can't. I said, who knows us here? Who knew? We were the only Indians. And everybody came to me because I had a tabla. I took my tabla with me. and they would come to me, what is this, tabla, and I would play. We used to get some money. And these guys were, Soli were the only one who played with us, guitar. And Adil Battiwala, he played flute. And then we made money on the street. And then we went to Italy and then thrown out from every place. Crushed. The ego got crushed in such a great manner. And I stayed back and I started learning Bulgarian contemporary music and African music.
Wow.
72, 73. I started getting into Africa and that changed my style.
Was that when you then traveled to Congo or was that much later?
No, that later. And I said, Arey, this is like our South Indian Karnataka. You know what they play. And then the penny started dropping. That apan aplala's khali partoy. Our Sanskriti is great. Great. Arey, if somebody is invented zero, we can't be that stupid here. Anu, Parmanu, sab tod hod kiya hai. And we are listening to the West, aping the West. सब गोरा लोग आएगा तो हम डर के हो कर जाएंगे, गुलामी की आदत पड़ गई है. That clicked somehow. That clicked. Hey, Africa. So I'll give you some example of Africa. I'll move a little back, and then I'll also play a little seriously. Okay. You can see this?
Yes.
I'll put a little bit.
Wonderful.
So the groove was. It was something like that. You know, but the Dumbar, I heard the Dumbar, he played the like that. Same है, है ना? I'll do something with Karnakol and South Indian mix, how it changed, you know. There are a lot of things here. And that changed me a little bit of how to not underestimate other people, you know, and they got rid of this stupid fear of it being ghati or whatever it is, you know. And this I got from Italy. I had a lot of recordings from Africa. And then when I came back, my mother, I never asked for any money, till then I never asked from my family any money to send me to college. I paid it myself. One thing, I used to play for Mahendra Kapoor. I played for Mahendra Kapoor, Runa Laila, Julelal, on Mahendra Kapoor. And a lot of these Ganpati programs. And whatever money I got, I used to give my Aji. So when I played, I used to play, there was a tabla player playing with my mother called Nehurkar. He was a student of Abbaji. So he said, Are Tillu, tu chan वाजवते रे, तू ये ना वाजवाला. पण मी साला देखो मेरा स्कूल है, मेरा कॉलेज है. And we used to go by Rajasthani, Delhi, Simla, Ahmedabad. Every time I used to go Patna, I used to go with, and Mahendraji wanted me, but he said, bunking nahi chalega, school ka, college ka. No, nahi karunga, but I used to bunk. And I used to go with them. And there was Sham or Nari. One of the sons are playing very good composing. I forgot their name. Dholak, and whole night we used to play in the train.
Wow.
Only this. Take up. Train jata hai na. we just do that, ट्रेन में बैठ के यो करके फिर उस पेपर पढ़न, अब्दुल करीम खान साहब ने जो सिखाया था, वो करते करते टाइम पास होता था. बड़ौदा गया, वो गया, वो गया, वो गया. And I used to play anything. I used to play this chota percussion, congas and everything. And then I came to Bombay. My mother said, "ये बस हो गया है, ये तेरा नाटक, अभी पैसा कमा तू." She got mad with me. And I said, पैसे कैसे कमाओ? बॉलिवूड मध्ये वाजव, तू तुला विचारतोय. ते लोक बोलतात तुला. घरवट इशी असू तर एवढं गर्विश झालाय का तू? She used to tell me. And one famous phrase she said, घास के जैसा रहना, घास के जैसा. तू पेड़ के जैसा रहता है, हवा आती तो गिर जाता है, घास को कुछ नहीं होता है. घास जैसे रहना है. She used to tell me the first thing when she used to call me, she said, याचा सारखा सबत सारखा झाडासारखा असं उगाच रुबाब करू नकोस, गर्विश. She was telling me, reminding me all the time. But that later I will tell you about my Sadguru, how it all matched up in the end. And then I went to, they called me for S.D. Burman. A लड़के का नाम सुना है, उनको बुलाओ. Leslie or somebody could not play, was not there. So they called me. So I went with the drums and I put it on and they told me, ऐसा रोल मांगता है, वैसा मांगता है, वो उसके जैसा बजाओ. अरे चिकार ऐकलं मी. काय करू वैसा. And I was actually playing at home with my mother. And they took me from there. तो गया मैं उधर. And I had long hair. And then I went and then she said, then I didn't know S.D. Mala, I didn't know. I played all these songs, but I didn't know S.D. Burman मोठे composer आहेत म्हणून मला काहीच माहित नव्हतं. I didn't know. मालूम नहीं था मुझे इतना सब. Because I was not in the Bollywood scene. तो मैं बोला, आपको ये मांगता है, वो मांगता है, उसके जैसे बजाओ, इसके जैसे बजाओ. तो आप उसको ही बुलाओ ना. आप उसको बुलाओ, मैं घर जाता हूँ. नहीं क्या ऐसा नहीं. I packed up, I left. I went home and I was playing with my mother. I said, "Noko." It was Tardev, Bombay. Tardev में तो हम घर पे आया, Grand Road पे. Then I got a call. Then they called. Then it was Dada called. अरे बाबा ये कौन है? मैं बोला हाँ कौन? आओ मेरा लड़का है. अरे बहुत तेज है. वो निकल गया. And I said, yeah, mummy, I speak Marathi with mummy ना. ते बोले तो ह्याच्यासारखं वाजव, ह्याच्यासारखं वाजव. तर मी कशाला वाजवू? तर त्याला बोलो. And then I went there. So mummy told me, don't. He's a great artist. असं करू नकोस. दुसऱ्याला त्रास देऊ नकोस. Don't. I said, no, ते मला त्रास देतात. Then I went and I played, and then I started playing with RD. Then RD took me, and I was permanent.
Wow! But around that,
started with Shalimar movie.
But around that same time, Dada, you were also.
Then after that, I went to. I would follow Trilok Gurtu. That's the time before I was studying with Khasa. I went there. I said, "मुझे तबला सीखना है." हाँ बेटे, उधर आ जाओ. And I was, I heard Nizamuddin Khasa, Santa Prasad a lot, and Trilok Gurtu. Rest I heard only Pandit Chaturlal a lot, and Anokhi Lal. I heard all that, and South Indian, and not very much. Abibuddin came later on to me, Abibuddin Khasa. But this is how I heard, and then I went. He called me to study, and I went there and read all this play and NCPA. And who was there was Pandit Ram Narayan and Pandit Suresh Talwalkar. They were also teaching there. Then I would ask and study there, but same thing. Oh, 1 year. बजाओ ये था रेला बिला नहीं था. धा अत्र kadina again धा अत्र kadina आणि थोडे इतले कुठे पडन पिडन. And sometimes he said, if I give him something, he would say, yeah, लिख लो. ये you cannot study in college. College में सीखने की बात नहीं है. He used to say, college में नहीं सीख सकते college. So I used to write. असे. This is Lala. You know Lala Sattar? तुम आपको मालूम है? सबको मालूम है Lala Sattar?
नहीं.
Used to play. He was. They both were great older people. And तो he used to ask me, अरे तिल्लू क्या सिखाया तेरा का साहब ने? मला आज मला हे दिलेले. एवढं दिलेलं आहे. तर Lala Sattar told me, Lala told me, he used to play lefty, Punjab, मोटा भाया, खड़ा भाया. And there also was Kalyan Kha sahab. You ever heard of Kalyan Kha? Gugru wale? Amazing. I had the pleasure of seeing all this, the luck. And he would play as a Tillu, aisa karna. उसको मैंने कैसा करूं? ये देखना ऐसा करना उसको. असं उलट सीधा करून मला समीवर आणलं तरी. अरे काय होत लाला. ये then I started from Trilok and तोफ का बोल दिया मेरे को. कभी कुछ लाना पड़ता था तो हाँ. And he used to drop me up. I used to go to his house near Bombay Central का तिथे बाजूला होतो. There I used to go, and me and Lima used to go there. And what he used to practice was amazing, man. धाती धागे ना धात्री कर धाती धागे तीन आगे. And धागे तिट्टे करते तिट्टे धागे तीन आगे ना धागे तिट्टे करते तिट्टे धागे तीन आगे ना तीन आगे ना धागे तेरे किट्टे धागे तिट्टे करते तिट्टे धागे तेज. आणि विलंबित नाही आणि बोल नुसते clean मोठे fat. And that's all he would do. And whenever I heard, I used to. आणि तेच बेसिक कायदा एकदम हे करायचे ते. आणि आम्हाला he used to bring me back home, drop me, and sometimes tell me, बघा चहा मगाव. I had to go and tell. पैसे नव्हते कोणाकडे उधार मग कॅन्टीन मध्ये उधार. अब उधार बंद हो गया NCPL. I had to उधारी करायचं पण I had to. And then I studied with him 1.5 years too, and then he passed away. But I was still in Bollywood with RD. And there were a lot of stories with Trilok Gurtu Bhai in the taxi. I cannot tell now. It will take too much time. But it's amazing stories. Amazing stories. Artistic story, you won't believe. You will die laughing. Amazing. But next time I'll tell you. But then I played with Pancham Dada.
And then with him, you said you came to America for the first time.
I went to America for the first time.
So how was that? Was that an eye opener? Was that something extremely overwhelming? As a young person that time, playing tabla, playing drums, so much of knowledge, from Bollywood and Ai's Talim growing up, and I mean, what did you go through at that moment? I mean, for every musician,
the head, look at too much information, not settled, then all imitation of the West, because this Ghati changed actually happened for the good. I never told I played tabla. There was with RD, there was a great tabla and player and arranger, Maruti Rao Keer. And then he asked me, he used to speak Marathi with me. I love speaking Marathi because I only listen to my Sadguru. Pravachan is all in Marathi. So I'm getting used to speaking ज़्यादातर Marathi में बोलता हूँ. Or then he would tell me that, अरे तिलू तू तबला वाजवायचं सोडलं का? He said, नाही मी कोणाला सांगितलं जाऊन दे ना सांगू नका दादा गप्प बसा नको. And I used to play drums there. And then one time कोण तबला player नहीं आया था. तर then his RD said, अरे तिल्लू को बोलाओ तबला बजाने के लिए. तिल्लू बजाएगा ये. And I played the background score. And then one guy came and asked, हे कौन वाजवते हैं? मैं said, वो त्रिलोक बजा रहा है. अरे वो तबला भी बजाता है क्या? then it started. Then he said, you want to come? They're going for an American tour. And that time it was very hard to leave India. $100 मिलता था, जिसका इन्फ्लुएंस होता था वो ही जा सकता था. अपना कंट्री में बहुत ये नाटक बहुत था, ये मत करो, ये मत करो, जो एलिट है उनको ही है. होपलेस. जिसके पास पैसा है, वशीला है, वो निकल जाता था. हम लोग नीचे रह गए. नीचे नहीं, मैं अब तक ऊपर ही हूँ. आई एम थैंकफुल, बट that thank God it stopped. So I had to leave the country. I wanted to leave the country. I didn't want to play Bollywood. And I told Pancham Dada, Dada, मैं आता हूँ, लेकिन मैं I wanted to study in Berkeley College, Boston, with Don Sebesky, you know, the teacher of Tony Williams and everybody. तो मुझे वो बोला मालूम है मुझे, हाँ तो आ तो था ही, arrangement हो जाएगा. So I was there for 3 months with him, and I left. And before that, I was a house drummer for Jazz India.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I used to play with all the artists coming there from Germany, you know, everything. I was the drummer, you know. After that, I think Ranjit Baros took my seat.
So that was the jazz thing that you were house
Jazz,
drummer.
yeah.
Was in the US? Was in the US?
No, India, Bombay.
Oh, India. Okay.
I used to play with everybody. I was the house drummer, you know.
And once you came to America, then how did things change for you? I mean, what all did you?
I didn't like America at all. I found it like very, hey man, checking out, and I got to check what out. किसको क्या check करना? हमारे वहाँ तो टीटी check करता है, conduct करता है, ये करता है, ये ticket दिखता है. ये तो who is talking about? I want to check you out. I want to check you out. उस वक्त बोले क्या बात कर रहा है, क्यों बात कर रहा है ऐसा, समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. So that was like, you know, like you feel like intimidated ना, अरे यार अपना system ठीक है क्या, हम लोग का Indian, you know, we felt like somebody looking down upon us. You know, only person they knew was Pandit Ravi Shankar ji, who did a great job for Indian music. I'm thankful to him. But then I somehow hung on, played everywhere, and collected this money to join Berkeley College.
You want to hear
the story?
Sure, absolutely.
Funny story. So I went there and I called the dean, playing all these film songs. You know, all, you know, all RD songs, everything, SD song, everything. I had to play tabla, everything. And I thought they will be impressed. So when I went to meet him, he says, what have you done? You know, your criteria. I said, very criteria. I said, I know Palgad Mani Ayar, Tirakwa Khazab and all that. You know, I know Don Cherry. I used to play a lot with Don Cherry. I did a lot with contemporary music and Don. And Charlie Mariano, they were not impressed. And then I came to, they said, okay, come up for 1 hour. And they said, sorry, we cannot admit you. And I got mad. I got like word pissed off. And I told him, you know what? I will come here to your country with my own music and the own way of playing music. And I left. And I went to New York. I stayed 1 month in New York, listening to McCoy Tyner, and you know, I stayed with a Brazilian percussionist. And then I got a call to play in Munich.
Wow.
I left right away. Right away I left. That was not a good thing, but you know, America like, go, you know, we are the best, you are secondary. And I always felt that if you stay here and you play like them, you will be second-class citizen. And that changed the whole game for me. When I came, I said, Mera Hindustan Mahan, Jai Hind. And I started playing. I used Indian, Karnataka, and as my South Indian influence. And I said, hell with this. And then I started coming with my own sound. I stopped playing the regular drum set. I played for money, yes. I played for big band, orchestras. I would read music well. But I said, I have to find something. This second-class citizen is not happening. And then after learning Karnataka on my own, Mani Ayarji and all the Raghu, everything, and Tamil, That changed me. I said, what these Americans think? हमारे वहाँ तो भंडार भरा हुआ है. We are incredible and we are putting ourselves down. Why? Why have we got this habit of putting ourselves down? Tell me one person, one country who's got a language like tabla or language like kandukol. ऐसा है किधर पोइट्री नहीं है. बिबॉप में शपडू बटा कदू गटा है नहीं कुछ है नहीं. और हम पे रुबाब मार रहे हैं वो लोग. That's what I felt. Maybe I'm wrong, but I felt like that. I felt really like, no, I have to find my own style. And I started, and the musicians started helping me, giving me instruments. I got this instrument from Nana. It's called Kashishi from Africa. Wow. You know? Yeah. Yeah, that I got.
Wow.
And I started using it in the, you know, अपने लेजिम का ठेका है. तो बस सब है. जिसको देखने को देख सब निकाल सकता है. अपने पास अपने लड़ सगड़ा है. We have everything. You know. So I started appreciating my country.
So around that time, Dada, you also were performing with the great John McLaughlin ji.
And no. That came later, not yet? Much later. Then I got instruments. Then I got a call to teach in upstate New York with Don Cherry, everybody, Pat McKinney, everybody was there. But they found out there's some unique tabla player who's percussion who's revolting. And then Don Cherry told me, come. Then I used to play for African dance also. I never said no, that I can't do anything. They asked me, one guy was Senegalese, he asked me in French. I could speak a little bit. Vous pouvez jouer avec moi? Les dance? I said, I play dance, bata. And I started thinking, Kathak mein how we follow dance? We have to follow the dancer, na?
Correct.
We have this, Kathak. I said, you dance, I will follow you. We also have a tradition. Then I did it, my katha, little bit I knew, and I said, you dance, I'll follow. Then he said, you play like you know this music? I said, yeah. I played. The same rhythm, what I played on Jambe, it was the same. What I played before. It was, I'll play you again. Huh? You can see?
Yes.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. It was same. It was something like that on the dancing. So I played this like, you know, normally people play with fingers. No, you can play also with fingers. But I started playing like this from 73. Yeah, play the instrument. You know, and kaske bajao. So then he said, how you know this? And then I met my friend, a Brazilian friend, Nana Vasconcelos. Then it all started falling in place. One group heard me, Oregon heard me. Then I started touring America a lot. Because of them, people started knowing me in America. Then I found my drum set, this triangle, you know. This triangle, it's not here. Now I got that drums. I made the drum set for me. People gave me a hi-hat, everything. And then That also got rejected by mostly by some of the people. They said, but this is not jazz. Then I said, not everything has to be jazz. Our tradition is 2000 years old. Jazz was not invented that time. Africa maybe yes. तुम लोग नहीं थे, तुम घास खा रहे थे. You know, I had to be like that, you know. कितना सुनेगा कितना, है ना? So सुनाना तो पड़ता है कभी कभी. So I had these drums, I started playing, and then people would watch. I said, Chupki, where is the bass drum sound coming, man, from? Where is this bass drum? You know, this bass drum sound. But now it was rattles, but you get a deep sound. I had it, you know. And then it started falling, you know. I was using electronics, and then everybody, even the American drummers, respected, and you know. And then I won from 92 to 97.
The great downbeat
Yes.
honor, right? The award 6 times in a row. I think you know you were that coveted prize. You were the recipient of that for 6 years in a row.
And there were no Indian there. There were only Americans, and it is you're fighting in their battlefield. It's not Indian music. It's in their battleground. You're there. वो कुरुक्षेत्र, उनके क्षेत्र में. You know, and Lone Ranger. Yeah, and then it, you know, and a lot of probably Indians did not take notice of it or didn't know. They knew very little about me because I've never been into what do you say, media, and have to promote myself. I thought music is something spiritual, and with talking to my mother, we would say, Dev भेटू शकतो, भेटू शकतो, दिसणं कधी बोललं नाही, भेटू शकतो, देव भेटू शकतो. And this is what I asked my Sadguru also. And he said, why not? बोल तर करा. Do, you know, oh, if it takes you there, do it. My Sadguru is great, great, great. And that's how it fell in place, because I always felt music had this power if you use it well. And this is, then I would, then it came on.
So, Dada, when was that phase when you started playing with the great Zoz Avenue and
Came after this time when I started playing with John. That's where I started getting the. John was amazing. He's a great artist. He's the greatest ambassador West, who plays Indian music so great and translates it so well. And this was a story. I met him. He heard me, and when he heard me, he was screaming, "Revolution, revolution, revolution!" But I was playing on the floor, you know. A lot of people wanted to take a credit because of me. You're playing with him. You know, I said, okay, sabko credit mangta hai, le lo. Lena hai to le lo. But the point was, like, when I started, you know, when I got these downbeat awards, they were all big time players, huh? Not now, not like now. They were all top artists. Cobham, Jack DeJohnette, Tony Williams, all big minds, all it's a big Americans. And I'm the only Indian, and I went unnoticed in India. Whenever said anything, we didn't have, nobody knew it, nobody speaks about it.
Well, I think everybody, you've been noticed by your divine music. I think that's why
I've been noticed by my Sadguru. This is the biggest thing. I'm just saying, this is what happens.
You know, all young musicians like me and many others, I mean, the whole, you know, all percussionists around the world have noticed you so much and learned so much from you. I mean, it's unparalleled. I mean, so much of contribution, Dada. I mean, you know, everybody has their own, you know, destiny, own faith, own faith, and you know, I mean, everybody's born with whatever it is, you know, meant for them. But I mean, you have gone noticed by all of music lovers across the world. I mean, revolution, like John G said, I think is the right word for you. I mean, to be able to, you know, bridge that gap between Western and Indian music, to bridge it, to merge it, and to create something new, to make something new, which was unprecedented, maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago. I mean, and all the influences, and I mean, such incredible compositions, such incredible playing techniques, and to be self-taught and to be a revolution is such a blessing. I mean, you must be
Thank you.
you must be feeling so blessed. I mean, but
Pardon?
it must be such a blessing to to be someone like you, who revolutionized.
I'm blessed by my Sadguru, so I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm happy. But then when I went to Berkeley, they asked me, look at that blessing in disguise we were talking about. So when I went, I used to go with my own group. I used to tour America twice a year, twice. Tough times there. They don't pay very much, but they want everything, like in politics too. Shane. So when I went there, he said, would you like to teach in our school? I said, why? We conduct your classes. Okay, you conduct my classes. I said to me inside, but the one who kicked me out. I didn't say anything. I said, you know what? I will do a workshop. I will do a workshop and I will do it. I didn't hold it against them. It was a blessing for me. So I went and did a workshop. They offered me a job a lot of times, 2-3 times. And I did a workshop. There were a lot of people, 1,000 people. And some, and I said about Kannakol, about the South Indian, which is the oldest. And because of South India, Tirakita is existing because of South India. Not because of Amir Khusru. Tirakita is South India. You should thank Karnataka, Dravid. It's because of that. Tirkat is not happening there is no Tirkat in Turkey. There's no Tirkat in Iran. There's no Tirkat in Yemen. Tirkat, Dada Tirkat, it's idhar hi hai. So I was very, for me, South India was the biggest influence afterwards. And that's where my composition started. Using South India and Africa. And the contemporary, what I studied, orchestration, And the first CD I did was with my mother, Usfred.
Oh, wow. Can you tell us more about that CD?
It was called Usfred, and I said, Mummy, tu gashil ka maja baro. I had this idea of I didn't know it will be called drum and bass. I just had the idea of all these compositions. And,
wow.
And then she didn't know. And then I got her here doing this, It was called Usfred, the first CD I did in 85, 86, I think. And then the first thing is that, the first thing she sang for me was the Om. And as a child, I used to love the song from Shiva. And she sang that, and Ata Suru Kartu. Then I did.
Did you play on any of her Marathi songs? I mean, there was somebody had written to me to ask about one of your Ai's songs, Udhya Punha Zaila Zakma.
It is from Srikant Thakre. Srikant Thakre ji ne kiya hai gana. I used to play live, but never. I used to play all this. She sang very good ghazals, Mummy.
Of course.
This was like a ghazal Marathi. A lot of people, young people, they sing in Saregama.
Dada, I feel very blessed and honored that I as a little child had the the blessings to go and accompany her at her home and practice with her as a little child. And she was the one who actually introduced me to how to play with ghazals and thumris. And she actually told me how Vilambit Deepchandi is played, and then how from that you transition into Teen Tal. And then she used to say the bol Dhatrka Din Atik, Dhatrka Din Atik, Dhatrka Din Atik. She used to say this, and
she used to dance very well actually.
And then she used to always tell me, listen to Nizamuddin Khasab's
correct.
She's like,
amazing.
Arey, काय त्यांनी वाजवलंय त्यांनी खासाबांनी, तू त्यांचा ऐक जुने रेकॉर्डिंग माझ्या बरोबर. अँड शी used to always tell me, and even Naren Dada, your elder brother, have been so encouraging. They all saw me as a little child.
But you also, I saw you with Wawa Taj.
Yes. I feel blessed. So, Dada, can you show some demonstration of how the conocols and how, all that, kind of translated, and how you transcribed the whole thing on the djembe and other instruments, if you could play a little for us, and, all the marquee, some glimpses.
In the dance format, दिखता है ना?
हाँ, little थोड़ा लैपटॉप अगर थोड़ा सा नीचे कर सकते हैं तो ज्यादा दिखेगा. हाँ,
South Indian TI, then South and Brazilian, or Senegalese.
Dada, I forgot to ask you, how was that experience in Congo? You went and stayed there. You tried to learn. You tried to integrate with the life there, and
this Congo. Oh yeah, with the pygmy. With the pygmies, I went there, stayed there. See, to play, to understand what they do, it's also incredible what they play. In India, nobody had really understood Africa. They said, African, ye bajata hai, wo bajata hai. If they play, it's just apna tak dim tak 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 dim tak 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 tak. Same hai. Same thing they use. But what they do differently with that, we would do it differently. We would do it almost, they will do it differently in Congo or in Africa, but the rhythm is the same.
Dada, but that language, I believe, was different, no? To say it just like.
असे बोलायचे ते. काहीतरी कुकुट कुत्रा पोटे धावते असं वाटतंय. कुत्र्याचं नाव आहे कुत्रू. काय बोलतो तो, आपलं सवय रात्र का तिकीट कचरा का तिकीट कुत्रा तुम आणि रदंग दंग रंग तक तक टाटा राधिंग कता अधुंग का रन दन दन टाटा रदंग दंग रंग तंग तंग टाटा रदंग तंग रदंग तंग ता ता त्रुम त्रुम तका. त्यांचं आहे, पण आपलं तर अजून इट गॉन फर्दर एड. रदंग दुंग रंग तुंग 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 राधुंग कटे अधुंग पप्पा रंग दुंग दुंग तुंग पा आ दिंग ना. And when I went to Congo, they thought I was Chinese.
Acha.
They didn't know in India and Chinese. They asked me, was that Chinois? I said, no. They didn't know India. Where is India? Oh, malum. Then I interviewed, I stayed there. अर्धे नागडे बजायचे सगळे. संत नव्हते, नागडे म्हणून संत नाही येतात. आपले नंगा बाबा होते, नंगा बाबा संत होते ना, संत नंगा बाबा. तिथे सगळे नागडे आहेत. कोण संत no nanga, everybody bindas nagade. Really, it was amazing. And they sing body language, body, they play with the body. And then the interview, he interviewed me, and you have so many rhythms in your country, how many beats you have. I said, yeah, we break it down like this, language, etc. I was telling him everything. So I asked him, can I ask you a counter question, because you asked me who. I said, how many rhythms and how many beats you have? How many you have? We. He said, yeah, we have 1, 2, and beaucoup means lots of it.
Many, beaucoup in French.
1, 2, and that's I wrote a song for the big band. I just did a song called 1, 2, beaucoup. And I studied quite a lot how to play simple with these people, And then they didn't have instruments, so they play on the body, the pygmies, and polyphonic, they sing.
Oh.
And then I did the CD with the Africans in Mali. Then I had a group. Then I had African fantasy. Then I had rock, metal kind of sound. I used to compose. I love composing, and I did metal, Bulgarian mix, and I had also our dear Shamatai Bhate, Kathak dancer with me. I had a cello, Gimbri from Morocco, Kawal. It was a big mix, and Veena. I used also the Veena, South Indian. I had a Veena player with me. Real combination. And that's where Joe Zawinul told me, nobody has done a combination like this. Hats off. This is amazing, That's how I started. My idea was I had a slogan. We don't make barriers, we make bridges. That was the slogan.
Wow.
That's the slogan I used when I had the African, and then I recorded in Africa. I did, Mali, I recorded a lot.
Wow, so incredible. Dada, you also designed some instrument. You showed me earlier that that there was one instrument, one percussion instrument. You have a brown color one. that you
Yeah, I
designed?
showed you. I showed you. I did this one also. So it sounds good on the mic, you know. With the stick, it sounds even maybe better. I need. You need a mic for this. Yeah.
Right.
And then I had. You mean this one? This one, no? This thing.
Yes, yes.
So I'll come a little closer so you can hear it. You can see it?
Yeah.
No.
Can
Okay,
see.
now you can see it. But you won't see me. Okay.
You would love
this-
to see you.
Yeah.
Wow,
This one
absolutely.
I made. I mean, it was made in Poland for me. Yeah.
Oh, it was made in Poland. Wow.
Yeah. And then this one we had this African. This one I made. It was made by me and mostly by Vinci D'Souza. He's the drummer for Kalanji. He passed away.
Wow. Wow.
In Australia, I had made my own snare drums, 10-inch snare drums, where nobody else was playing 10-inch snare drums that time because it fitted my sound, fitting the tabla, And this one, he made this one. This one. Are there any people asking questions from your side there?
Sure, I can. There was one question. Before the session even began.
Wait. Sorry, somebody called for a job.
No problem.
A gig in Corona times is important.
There was one very important question. I feel many people asked me to ask you, but it is something even I had in mind before. Why Germany? how come Germany, and what made you settle down in Germany for so many years and live there all your life, right? Last 50 years
I
maybe.
don't know. Maybe this question I have to ask my Sadguru. I have no idea why. It's just destiny. I did came from America, and I somehow didn't get along there very much. I would go to play, but I couldn't live there. I was more the European. I liked Italy and everything. And when I came, then I somehow started getting jobs and getting known. So that's how I stayed here. And I kept going back to India. But I never thought of going to America or settle down. I was much, I'm happy. So that's the only thing I would say. There's no special reason, no special reason.
So there is a question coming in from Yogesh Samsi Bhai's son. We spoke about Shravan, his son. So he's asking you a question saying, who's your favorite artist you've collaborated with, and what made him your favorite? Whoever you collaborated with.
I think I can't say somebody's favorite and not favorite.
Yeah.
I would say it is, I would look at it like that even the bad things happen for the good, and the good things happen also for the good or for the bad, whatever it is. I wouldn't say that because if I played with somebody bad, not my favorite, then I would say, okay, this is the last time I play with him. इसके बाद कभी नहीं बजाऊंगा. But at least I knew ये नहीं करना है. I put my hand in the fire, चुप गया, अभी नहीं करूंगा. And there are other things which you continue. I would like to work with people who are on your wavelength, and I've been fortunate to get this kind of people.
Wonderful. Dada, I think you already answered so many questions, since we began the interview. We covered so many different facets of your life, right from childhood and till today. And what a journey it has been. And, I wish we could keep talking and talking the whole night with you, because it's such a learning experience for all of us, so much to learn, so much to kind of emulate, imbibe, and there is so much to analyze, and how much we can adapt all that in our music. So many inspirational stories of yours, and you as an inspiration to all of us. It's been so wonderful to talk to you, and I wish I could continue doing this whole night, but I know you also have to go, and you have other commitments. So I would like to really Shashtang Pranam to you, and I'm truly blessed, and I'm sure all the viewers agree with me that we all are very blessed to learn about your journey. And I hope someday this comes as a biography. Your whole life comes to for generations to learn about this, and all the efforts and struggles and hardships and all the wonderful things you did to be where you are. And congratulations on all your great accomplishments, and thank you for being such an inspirational musician, a revolutionary musician to all of us. So pranam.
Thank my Sadguru. Thank my Ranjit Maharaj.
Pranam to him also, and pranam to you, your family, and everyone. Please stay safe. It's a lockdown time across the world, so please be safe. And we can't wait to see you and meet you live, and witness your concerts again. So thank you again on behalf of everybody, and बहुत prashashtang pranam to you, Dada.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching. Dha, A Life in Rhythm with the legendary Trilok Ji was such a wonderful session. I mean, I'm so overwhelmed with this whole conversation, and I hope I can, bring Trilok Ji again for a session in the future again. It's hard to get, to fit in all these questions in a limited time we have, but thanks to him for doing this. The next session again goes back to Instagram on Friday. Please join me. We have the young tabla maestro from Banaras Gharana, Shubh Maharaj, the grandson of Pandit Kishan Maharaj ji, and we will be looking, at his life and his music. So please do, keep supporting us. Stay safe, stay home, and we will see you soon. Thank you, everyone, for watching. क्या बात है दादा? We are off.
Yeah.
We are off air. Aha.
Okay. So, Miss, now I'll go and eat something.
This is so amazing.